Welcome to Heartfelt Life Diaries, where we explore stories that touch the soul and transform the way we view our world. In a small, dusty village, there lived a humble potter named Anand, whose hands shaped clay and whose smile shaped hearts. Despite his tattered clothes and empty pockets, Anand possessed a wealth that the richest merchants in the village could not buy. He lived simply, yet his spirit was abundant, always finding reasons to share what little he had with his neighbors. While the rest of the village rushed through life chasing gold and status, Anand moved with a calm and graceful rhythm. Among the villagers was Arjun, a young shopkeeper who had everything he needed but felt like he possessed absolutely nothing. His business was struggling, debts were mounting, and the heavy burden of family expectations weighed down on his tired shoulders. He watched the old potter across the street, unable to understand how a man with so little could seem so happy. Driven by desperation and a need for answers, Arjun finally decided to approach the old man to uncover his secret. He stood before the potter, his shadow falling over the spinning wheel, and asked the question that had been haunting him. Arjun asked with frustration, "How can you smile every day when you live in poverty and have no security for tomorrow?" The old man wiped his hands slowly, his smile remaining unchanged, and invited the troubled young merchant to sit beside him. He offered a cup of cool water and began to speak, his voice as soothing as the clay spinning on his wheel. Anand revealed that he was not always this way, and that he once carried a burden far heavier than Arjun's. He spoke of a tragic night years ago, when a raging fire consumed his home, his inventory, and his beloved brother. In a single night, he had lost everything he held dear, leaving him with nothing but ashes and a broken heart. For months he wandered in darkness, cursing his fate and believing that his life was effectively over before it began. He told Arjun that he spent a long time waiting for the world to apologize, waiting for his luck to change. But then he realized a profound truth. The world does not change for us until we decide to change for ourselves. He understood that he could not control the fire that took his past, but he could control the hands building his future. He compared life to a flowing river, which must pass over rocks and through storms, yet it never stops its journey. Just as the river finds peace after the rapids, our minds can find stillness even after the most turbulent of tragedies. He explained that happiness is not a treasure to be found in the marketplace, but a seed cultivated within the mind. Every positive thought is a seed. If watered with patience and gratitude, then it will grow tall and eventually nourish your soul. A calm mind is like a still lake, reflecting clearly the solutions that a fearful, turbulent mind can never hope to see. Arjun sat silently, absorbing the old man's words. He realized his anxiety was a fire he was fueling every single day. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in hues of orange, Arjun thanked the potter and walked back home. The next morning, Arjun woke up and made a choice. He decided to stop fighting the river and start flowing. He wrote a simple note to himself, a promise to face the day with gratitude rather than fear and endless worry. When he opened his shop, he greeted his first customer not as a transaction, but as a friend visiting his home. The energy in the room shifted instantly. The customer smiled back, and a connection was made that went beyond mere business. Day by day, Arjun practiced the art of gratitude. He helped the elderly and shared jokes with the children passing by. People began to visit his shop not just for the goods, but for the warmth and positivity that now resided there. His business began to flourish, not because he worried more, but because his clear mind found better ways to serve others. He returned to Anand often, not to ask for more advice, but to share the joy that had now filled his life. The old potter watched the young man transform, seeing his own philosophy living on in the heart of another human being. Years rolled by like the turning of the pottery wheel. Anand grew older and frailer, yet his spirit remained eternally young. One quiet morning, the village woke to find the pottery wheel still, The hands that shaped the clay had finally rested. Sadness swept through the village like a cold wind. They had lost not just a potter, but the heart of their community. Arjun stood among them, holding a simple clay pot, remembering the lesson that had saved him from his own dark despair. He addressed the crowd, reminding them that Anand would not want their tears, but their smiles and their kindness to continue. Memories of the old potter filled the air, each one a testament to a life lived with purpose, love, and resilience. Slowly, the tears turned into embraces. The village decided to honor him not by mourning, but by living as he did. Arjun took over the wheel, teaching the children not just how to mold clay, but how to mold a happy life. The village transformed. People planted flowers, painted their homes, and helped one another, keeping the potter's spirit alive in every corner. The seed that Anand had planted in Arjun had now become a forest, sheltering everyone who lived in that small village. They learned that life is indeed 10% what happens to us, and 90% how we choose to react to it. Anand's river had reached the ocean, but the water he shared continued to quench the thirst of those he left behind. Generations passed, but the story of the happy potter was told again and again, a timeless lesson for every searching soul. We often search for complex answers to our problems, forgetting that the most powerful solutions are often the simplest ones. Like Arjun, we all have the choice to step out of the shadows of fear and into the light of gratitude. You cannot stop the storm from coming, but you can choose to be the calm center that remains unshaken by the wind. Remember that after the heaviest rain, the earth is cleaner, the air is fresher, and the world is ready to bloom. Start your day like Arjun did. Write down one good thing, one hope, one promise to be kind to yourself today. Smile at a stranger. It costs you nothing, but it might be the only light they see in their entire day. When anxiety tries to cloud your vision, take a deep breath and remember the potter's wheel. Steady, centered, and always creating. We are all potters of our own lives. The clay is in your hands right now. What will you choose to shape? Will you shape a vessel of worry and fear? Or will you craft a masterpiece of joy, resilience, and inner peace? Let your spirit be like a flame that flickers but never goes out, illuminating the path for yourself and those around you. The story of Anand serves as a gentle reminder that our circumstances do not define us. Our attitude defines our circumstances. Carry this wisdom in your heart. Let it guide you through your own storms and lead you to your own sunshine. The universe is vast and full of possibilities for those who are brave enough to believe in the power of positivity. Look into the mirror of your soul today. If you see turmoil, calm the waters. If you see darkness, light a lamp. Release the heavy burdens of the past. They are just ashes. Wash your hands and prepare to mold something new today. This message is not just for one village or one person. It is a universal truth that connects us all together. True wealth is not what you keep in your pocket, but the joy you are able to generate in your heart. Every sunrise is an invitation to start again, to forgive yourself, to embrace the present, and to look forward with hope. We invite you to ask yourself, what seed will you plant in the garden of your mind this very day? If this story touched your heart, please share it with someone who might need a little light in their life today. Join our growing community of dreamers and believers. Together, we can make the world a slightly brighter place for everyone. Remember Anand, remember Arjun, and remember that the power to change your life lies within your own two hands. Life is fragile and fleeting, like the falling leaves. Cherish every moment, every breath, and every opportunity to be kind. We are deeply grateful for your time and attention. Your presence here makes our storytelling journey meaningful and truly complete. Keep your inner light burning. Let it guide you through the night until we meet again in our next story. Thank you for watching Heartfelt Life Diaries. May you find peace in every storm Please subscribe for more stories of hope.